Hey there! Ever wished you could build an app without learning a single line of code or pulling your hair out in the process? Yeah, believe me too. That's where Glide comes in. In this tutorial, I'll walk you through how to build a clean functional app straight from a spreadsheet. It's easier than you think, like surprisingly easier. Let's jump in and turn that Google Sheet into something way cooler. So, first of all, if you go to the website, that's glideapps.com, you'll land on the homepage right here where you can see some snippets and some features as well as some information about the platform. Now, before going further, let us check the pricing pretty quickly. Now you have two plans, the build for me or the do-it-yourself. Of course, I'm gonna be going for the do-it-yourself since I'm the one who is gonna build the app. And you can choose between a yearly and a monthly subscription. Let's check the monthly prices. Of course, you have the free plan, which is limited to one app and 10 personal users, as well as some other limitations. You have the maker plan all the way up to the enterprise. The maker is for $60 per month, build monthly, of course, because we chose the monthly plan. The business is for $249, and the enterprise, you need to contact them in order to view or have the pricing tailored to your needs. Now you can compare the plans pretty quickly, but now let us go ahead and sign up to start actually creating our app. And here you can sign up with email or with Google. I'm gonna sign up with Google because it is easier and more convenient for me. And now they are gonna ask me some questions. This is important because it helps them tailor the experience to my needs. Now, how did you hear about Glide? Let's say, for example, Instagram. I'm building app for my work. Continue. How many people work at my company? Just me. What's the name of my company? Free stuff. What's my role? Let's say I am the manager, the project management. What is your job level? Let's say I am a manager. Okay, next. Now, what do you want to create? If you have an idea, you already have an idea about what app you want to create, you can enter it here or you can select between these categories. However, I'm just gonna skip this question. And here we are, the dashboard in its full glory. Now you have some options here. You can create a new app just from the dashboard. You have the apps here and you can create a new folder to like arrange or organize your apps. Here you can upgrade to a paid plan. You have the members section here where you can view all the members of your team. Of course, right now there is only me. You can enter the email of the persons you want to invite to your team and then invite them, or you can copy a link and send it to them. Next, you have the usage menu, which helps you view your usages based on, of course, the plan that you are on. Of course, I have a limit of 10 users here in my team since I'm on the free plan, and I have 0 updates right now. And here is the billing tab where you can view all your billing and plan information. I'm on the free plan. I can manage my plan right here to upgrade if I want to. And here is the quotas for my plan. And then I can contact support if I want to or have any questions. Next, we have the templates. So you can create apps from scratch in Glide, or you can use a pre-made template or a ready-made template, which I'll show you in a minute. And then in the settings, which is, well, self-explanatory, you have all the settings linked to your account. Now, let's go ahead and create our app. And of course, you have some video tutorials here on the home screen in order to help you if you are just starting out. So let's click on New App. Now you can start from a template, either if it's a basic app or AI generated, you can use the power of AI, or you can start from scratch with a blank app. And you can start with data if you have your data in a spreadsheet, in like a Google Sheet or Excel online or other sources. Of course, for now, the Google Sheets is the one available for us in the free plan. If I try to choose, for example, Excel, it asks me to upgrade. And you also can import your files if you have them on your computer. Now, I'm just gonna start from a template, or actually, let's start from a blank template here or a blank page right here to show you the tools. And let's create our app. And here you are in the editor. Now you can see that there are several panels. The preview panel in the middle shows you how your app will look like in real time, of course, on a mobile phone or on a desktop view here. Of course, it is blank because we haven't added anything. Let's go back to the mobile view. And here you have the navigation panel where you can navigate to all the elements of your app and of course the menu. Now here, of course, you have no configurations because this is the layout itself. We haven't added any data. And to add data, just go to the data tab here at the top. And here, of course, you have your name and you have the users on the left here. Now we haven't added any files yet. That's because we need to import our data from a CSV or Excel file from our computer or a Google spreadsheet as I showed you. Now this is what a blank app will look like. And at the top here you have the workflows tab and the settings, of course, for your app. Now let's go back to layout. And on the right, you have the configuration panel, which I'll show you when we start from a template. Now let's go back here to the dashboard and let's build a new app, and this time from a template, like a basic template app, create app. And now, since we started from a template, we have some dummy data here to be able to show in the app. Now here in the navigation, you have the items and you have the categories. You can view the categories and each category has more than one item. And you can see here in the panel on the right, or should I call it the design panel, you can see all the options related to how the categories are viewed. Now I chose categories here. They are shown in a list view. I can show them in a card view, table, in a Kanban view, or in other views. And you can also interact with the preview in real time. So here I'm scrolling to see the different categories. And let's get back to a card view, for example. And I can edit any categories. Let's click on the first category to view all the items. Now I can click on the first item here to edit it. And let's see here, and let's rename it to test item. Okay, and here is the image. Of course, this is a generic image. Let's add an image right here. So if I click on an image, I can upload an image from my computer. Okay, I'm gonna use this image. This is a random AI generated image that I worked on in a previous project. And I can view here that this item is in category 1. Now let's submit the settings. And now the item has changed details. And if I go back to items, I can see here that the first item that I changed is here with the new photo and the new title. So you can edit the view, of course, for your items, as I did in the categories. I changed them to like a card view. In the items, I can change them to a card view as well. And as you can see here, even the preview for the categories is like the preview for the card, which is pretty cool. You can see at a glance here which view your items are in or your categories are in. And you have also some like other settings like title, description, meta, and images, of course, for any item. And if I go to the data here, I can see here the data for my items, and I can also change the item title and description and images from this data tab. And once I'm ready and I've edited all the aspects of my app, I can simply click on publish. And here it'll generate a generic like URL for my app. I can change it, of course, and then publish my app, which is pretty cool. As you saw, I didn't have to use any coding, and everything is basically like a visual editor, which is pretty cool for someone who wants to build basic apps if they have no knowledge of coding and creating apps, or they haven't created any app before.